Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I am your host, AgentBlackieChan. Now, last episode, where we left off, I did the base ending, which is, do what the storyteller tells you. And then I did a couple endings, or I think are a couple endings.
All of his co-workers were gone.
But this episode, we're going to find out what the rest of the episodes are, or what the rest of the endings are. I know there's the broom closet ending, so let's go ahead and do that, because that's, okay. Yep, I'm not used to playing PC games. Let's go ahead and do the broom closet ending, just to...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is it? No, I think it's coming up here. Yep, and then the... Oh my god. Did I have this much time, hard time when I played it last time? Oh my gosh. Yeah, here it is.
Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I think if I just stay here, I think this triggers an ending. Let's see what happens.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Hang on, I gotta move my camera over a little bit. Okay.
Baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Uh-huh.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You see, I don't care about your story. Honestly, I've done it.
There's no choice or anything in here.
First of all, it's rude.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
No.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I mean, it's pretty nice to be in here. Honestly, I like this. This is nice. Come in here with me.
This is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
Oh my god.
Your friends find this concerning.
Did you get the broom closet ending?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Hey!
That all with drug money.
Ow!
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
This roast session, man. Oh my god.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this,
I'm actually moving.
Someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby?
I have headphones in.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
So no one can actually hear me.
Long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer.
I love this. I love this.
First-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Is my OBS running like crap? I really hope it's not showing up on the capture, because my capture, I'm getting FB, but for some reason on OBS, I'm getting like frame drops. What happens if I leave? What happens? I'm gonna wait here another minute or so. That was it?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
What if I go back in it?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
And what happens if I go back in? Is this it? Like, is there nothing else? This is a bottle episode if I ever saw one. This can't be it. Like, I thought there was like a whole like ass ending with this. I'm going to. Oh. All right. How should I go back? But I will say I'm going to go down the steps this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, we're going to go downstairs. Oh,
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made logical sense.
Oh, it's looping.
And as Stanley pondered this,
oh my God!
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Ah!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
That's it.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they are.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining
You can't
so
jump.
lucid? And then perhaps
Boo!
the first question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thinking about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Well, that's
And while he
Inception
thought
stuff
it all
right there.
very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep,
Let me out of the loop! I just want out of the loop!
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these
My God,
words
like-
was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
just wanna
he
sit
was
down.
certain beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would
I'm
prove
so
it.
scared.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a
Nah,
dream.
I ain't afraid.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh, that sounds
the
nice.
fresh air of a world outside.
That
the
actually sounds really nice.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm
No, I
through
can't
with
move.
this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
My man cracked
My
after
life
like
is normal.
3 minutes.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I was like, I am Stanley. Nope, we're dead.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Ah!
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just
I don't know what, but that
tell
like
me I'm
the
real.
music
I must
like
be
crescendoing.
real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh no!
And everything went black.
I'm scared.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ah.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place.
Oh, Stanley's
But on
dead.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few
Why is she looking
brief
like she's
moments,
pondering, like,
she considered the strange man.
This
He
man,
was obviously crazy. This
like,
man
not like
she knew.
freaking out, but like,
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
uh-oh.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
She's gonna
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that
go
day.
off into the deep end.
Very important
It's
people
the mind
whose
virus.
impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
It's more than a moment.
And
It's
then
actually
she turned
rude.
and ran.
It's actually rude. She's like, at least I'm not like this loser. Well, that was a fun ending. Stanley just, you know, lost his
All
marbles.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That has to be something. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, we've done the broom closet stuff. We've already went to the right. We went downstairs. Oh, I thought that was different.
When Stanley came to a set of two
We've
open
done
doors,
that already.
he entered the door on his left.
Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta go. Okay, so we'll do
Yet
this
there
one
was
because
not
I
a
think there's
single
one other
person
thing I can
there
do.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Because I can go to the
Coming
boss's
a staircase,
office, do the mind
Stanley
control
walked
stuff.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Or go to the left, like where it said escape, I believe. Yeah. Okay, wow.
Stepping into his
I
manager's
don't remember what it
office,
was. Was it
Stanley was
428?
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
Damn.
who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known
Damn.
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known that. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct
No, I'm just
by
that
sheer
good.
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down. We're going to go down the elevator. And then instead of going through the mind control room, we're going to go left. Or should I do the mind control stuff now? Because I think hitting no, like, where it says shut down, I think hitting that button also does something. But, you know, I'm just going to go to the left where it says escape and just see what that actually does. Because I don't think I did that when I originally played this. It'd be nice. It's like a whole new
Descending deeper into the building,
thing.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now? when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Let's keep going.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah. You don't tell me what to do, friend.
Point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep, this'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. A long fall will really do it. All right. Oh.
As the machine whirred,
Oh, I'm getting like I got like chill like
inched closer and closer to his demise. He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
no.
Stanley considered the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped forever in his narrow vision.
No.
Perhaps
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine.
Like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine.
Stanley.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I don't want to be smashed!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. Oh. That's not what happened, bud.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The narrator's trying to kill...
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance...
Oh, this is nice. This is a
death
nice
becomes
place.
meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What is... Are we, like, outside the game or something? I think we're, like, outside the game. Yeah. Oh, good for these guys. Like, that's the... Yeah. Buttons. A selection of sounds used to press... Very nice. This is weird. This is weird. So the boss has off. Wait, serene from the development of the boss's office. So is there just different iterations of it? So I guess we're like in the development area of it. Interesting. I like it when developers do this. Mind control facility, employee lounge. It's just nice to see like developers showing their progress. Oh, there's a big exit. Oh my god. How did I miss that?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Stanley and the narrator, I assume?
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It can be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose
Won't let this happen.
for you. Don't let time...
Oh, we let that happen. Is that it? Oh, I thought that would have done something. I thought that would have done something. It would have been, like, different. But I know there was an ending where it said restarting the game was, like, its own ending. I wonder. We'll try it real quick. I'm gonna see what this does. Now that we're back in it.
This is the story.
It said that. It said restarting the game. It never said it was cut. That was it.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted.
It is
all along.
different.
I got what I wanted.
It is different. Oh, come on. Now let's see. Guess we're just gonna go through the game like normal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person.
So it's
here
just okay.
either.
So it's just gonna look like
Feeling
it's the
a
same.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Let's try. I want to do one thing real quick. I want to try to get the. Oh! It
all
is.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It is. Oh. That was different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What happens if I go to the door on the right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so this is what I originally wanted to
Stanley
do.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I can do that up there, which is the wife ending, or I can go down that. I'm gonna do the wife ending, and then I'm gonna
Look,
call
Stanley,
it.
I think perhaps we've got.
The reason I'm calling it the wife ending is because they've mentioned it
really,
a bunch of times that the wife was on the other end of the phone. So I'm gonna do that ending.
Someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
How do you? Oh, is there doors
Someone
up there?
you've forgotten about.
So they built the shelves or the racks, and then put doors there.
Not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Let's answer it. I guess we're undead now. Is that it? Or am I still playing?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
I'm curious.
Okay, there we go.
I'm actually
All right,
curious.
now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nope.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
That was actually kind of intimidating. Like, oh my god. That was actually kind of my heart.
Very sad story about
My
a
heart
man
sank.
named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind,
I gotta hit the actual buttons.
He can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Stop staring. Stop
Fantastic
staring.
discoveries of new lands.
Ew.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, I'm hungry. Press 8. Press 4.
And so he began to fantasize about
Okay,
his
884. That has to
First,
mean
he imagined
something.
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
All right. 8. It's spend time with the boys. With the boys.
So he went further.
8849.
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought
8849.
that his
I need to
decision
write
would
that
mean
down.
something was almost too wonderful to behold.
88496. 88496.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he
Oh,
began
no.
to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
88496.
Down one path lay an enormous round room
88496.
with monitors and mind controls.
88496.
Down another was a yellow line that weaved
gotta
in
find a
many
piece of paper.
directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
8496. And
It was such a wonderful fantasy.
this feels weird.
And so
Like
in his
those
head,
are the
he
numbers that they
relived it
chose.
Again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played
Stop
just
staring.
one more time.
Staring's rude. Press 1. I love you. I love you.
But there is no answer.
Ah!
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's
I'll put
doing is
1.
pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more
My
invested
wife!
he gets.
My wife's
the
a
more he forgets
desk!
which life is the real one.
I'd watch that anime. Press 8 to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
Same.
He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Put 0 down here. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it just because you told me to. Or I should hit the button because you told me not to do it. Decisions. 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 Oh, their mouse. When I click. Cute. It's not. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press V to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way
I don't
wanted
think
to.
this is a code,
I
but
don't
I'm
make
just
the
going to
rules.
keep writing his
I
stuff
simply
down.
play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
I don't want to hit these things. You're
Perhaps-
making me do
well,
it.
Maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I...
Please die? Oh! Jesus! Okay, I guess that's where we're ending it. Man!
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Well, I guess that's the end of this. Please die, I guess. Don't, please don't. I'm sad. I'm just sad, guys. Sad. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Stanley Parable, I'll gladly play more. I know I'm not super talkative during this, but it's just one of those games where I just want to like sit and like let the game speak for itself and kind of let the narrator kind of tell the story. And I'm just here. This is Stanley's Parable, and I'm just Chandler the player. But guys, again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. This is AgentBlackieChan, signing off, guys. Listen, once again, I present you with a choice. Choose one of these two videos. I'm just going to stare until you do.